Hello and welcome back to Was It the Best? The series where I ask the question, was it the best? It's a pretty simple explanation, isn't it? Anyway, this is the first in the long series of videos I'm going to be doing looking at Best Picture winners. I'm going to do one a month from here going forward. So Stephen, a great friend of the channel, been with us a long time. We appreciate you and love you, Stephen. He suggested that I don't do these in any kind of order, just kind of go with the flow from month to month, because no one wants to see a year of 30s films in a row, and that's a very great idea. So I figure let's not start with the most recent one, which is Green Book, the most recent winner for Best Picture at the 91st Academy Awards that happened earlier this year. And this film is not without its controversy for its win. Now, it's a wonderful film, mind you. It is a great film directed by Peter Farrelly. It stars Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali. I loved Moonlight, another film we're going to be talking about another month. Mahershala Ali is a great actor. He definitely did deserve to win Best Supporting Actor for this film. However, Viggo Mortensen did not win for Best Actor. He lost out on that one to Rami Malek in Bohemian Rhapsody. Mahershala Ali plays Dr. Don Shirley, a very talented pianist who decided in the mid-1960s to do a tour of the Deep South, this region that I live in, to try to change people's minds about the perceptions of what African American people could do, and that they are talented. And he hires Tony Lip, played by Viggo Mortensen, to be his driver, his personal assistant, whatever you want to call it, to accompany him through the South. Now, he's a very tough as nails, very typical Italian person, works at the Copa, and is very not afraid to tell you his opinion, So they form a great bond, a great friendship throughout the course of this movie. It's really a study on race relations of the 1960s to a point. Now, a lot of people have criticized this film because of the way it just kind of waters down what really was happening in the 60s. And I'm every movie is a work of fiction, I mean, true, this was based on true events, but it was dramatized for the screen. It's hard to tell certain stories in certain ways, and this is where my opinion goes both ways on this. I can see the people saying, yeah, you've got to depict it totally as it was, but that doesn't necessarily work out as a good movie. I mean, that's what documentaries are for. But in terms of a dramatic work, yes, this works, and it's what had to be done. Now, Tony Lip, and I'm not going to try to butcher his real last name. I mean, you can look it up, but his son was involved in writing this movie and producing this movie, and as a matter of fact, it won Best Original Screenplay. It won 3 Oscars altogether. Mahershala Ali won, the screenplay won, and it won Best Picture. Also nominated for Best Actor and Best Film Editing. Did it deserve to win Best Picture? Against some of the other films, which I did not see all of them, I did see some of them though. You put this film up against a film like BlacKkKlansman, Spike Lee's movie, which I've not talked about in a review on this channel either. That was a great film, and Spike Lee totally deserved to finally win an Oscar for Best Director for that movie. But I think Spike Lee's movie is a better movie. I don't necessarily think Green Book was the best picture based on the films that I have seen. And I've seen probably only 2 or 3 on the list. I mean, I mean, the films I saw on the list were now Green Book, Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, and I hadn't seen any of the others, but I know what they are. I mean, Bohemian Rhapsody definitely wasn't Best Picture. I think Black Klansman should have won Best Picture because it is the more authentic picture itself, based on a true story as well, about a black man who became a cop in Colorado and went undercover with Adam Driver's character to infiltrate the Klan. And that was a much better movie in terms of the reality of race relations of the 60s and 70s to me. So, yes, Green Book was a good movie, but was it the best? No, it wasn't. I like Black Klansman a whole lot more. And I mean, if you disagree with me, fine. I understand. I understand completely. I mean, you can leave a comment down below and tell me your opinion. I'm not saying Green Book was a bad movie. I enjoyed it very, 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 very much. But I think Black Klansman was a better movie in the comparison of the two, you know. Granted, they're dealing with two totally different people from different walks of life and whatnot. But still, I feel like the more powerful movie was Black Klansman. And that's what I was afraid was going to happen when I watched Green Book, was that I would draw that comparison. And I tried my very best going into watching Green Book earlier this evening, as of the night I'm recording this video. I tried to suspend my disbelief or whatever, you know, and put that out of my mind. And it turned out that way anyway. I will say this, however. I praise the filmmaking of this film. It was great, well acted, well shot, well executed, and I would probably watch the movie again. But I'm just left with that opinion, you know. And I'm just not going to keep going in circles about this. One other thing I will say about this is that Viggo Mortensen was great, but Rami Malek definitely deserved to win the Oscar for best actor in a lead role. I mean, and you cannot dissuade me on that in any open court. Controversy about how Freddie Mercury's sexuality was depicted, all aside, of course. Rami Malek definitely deserved to win the Oscar. Okay, so I'm going to just end it here. I've said my piece about it, but did you see the movie? What did you think? Leave a comment down below. If you disagree, fine. Just please keep it civil in the comments, as always. So that's going to do it for this month's Was It the Best? I'll be back next month with another film. Until then, remember, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, join our family, and hit that notification bell as well so you can get notified when we upload new videos to the channel. And also, please do hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up as well. Let us know you liked it. Alright, so that's all from me for now on Was It the Best? We will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone. We love you.